Congratulations, dear friends, to 20 years of packaging legislation in Poland, and especially for 20 years of Recopol, the EPR system in Poland, which is owned by the obliged industry and working on the non-profit system. And I should pass all the best wishes from the 27 members of Expra, all EPR systems functioning more or less in the same way as Recopol in Poland. I still remember around 20 years, 21, 22 years ago, when we were coming to Warsaw for the first time, organized by ETUD, a German institution owned by the Ministry of Environment in these days, trying to offer a platform to show how the packaging directive has been implemented in other European countries. I think we had colleagues from Czech Republic, from Portugal, from Austria, from Germany with us, and they explained the way how the packaging directive was applied in their countries. You in Poland, you have chosen to implement it in a new way, in a very unique way as well, because you merged somehow the British approach, the PRN approach, with the continent approach, and tried to fulfill the targets in the same way. And you also started to apply the directive in a competitive way from the very beginning, accrediting, I think, over 40 producer responsibility organizations for some time. In the last 30 years of EPR in many European countries, I think we have learned a lot. We learned that you need a strong intervention by strong players to establish the necessary infrastructure for collection, sorting, and recycling. So this was done in many countries by a single PRO, like in France, in Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, and Italy, where we were able to establish a very good infrastructure. Also in Germany, we started with a single PRO establishing the infrastructure before turning to a competitive approach. In the end, since 2 years, we have again a kind of central agency which is steering the competition by, at the moment, 10 PROs. But in all the countries, we learned that it is necessary to have a very strong cooperation and collaboration with our local authorities, especially when local authorities are responsible to organize the collection or even the sorting for packaging. Then even more, it is needed to have this joint intelligence to apply the best model for a country, to apply the best existing technology. And here the producer responsibility organizations have a lot of know-how and intelligence, because they know what works in similar entities and what is the latest technology available. Just to talk about the digital watermarking and sorting, which is currently developed as a new approach in Europe to increase the sorting of packaging. We also have learned that our inhabitants are the key component of every successful EPR system. They are taking the decision which kind of packaging they are buying. And they take the decision whether they do the extra effort to sort the packaging in the right way. And if they don't do it, if they even litter, the EPR system has failed and we are not successful. So we have to educate them from the very beginning with programs in kindergartens, in primary schools, in secondary schools. And here our EPR systems from all over the world are very active in their countries with their know-how to teach the people to do the things in the right way. And this is even more necessary today, because with the new legislation, we have to fulfill very high targets. So for plastics, the target has more than doubled since the past. plus a new measurement point, how to measure recycling, which will even put the bar a bit higher, because we will lose from the current performance between 10 and 30%. We have new costs for industry that we have to pay. For example, the litter cleanup costs for certain packaging from the Single-Use Plastics Directive. Industry will have to pay. So even more, we need a strong voice of industry paying the bill, so that all the actors in the chain do their best for a very good performance in collecting, sorting, and recycling the packaging, with the ultimate goal to make packaging circular, to keep as many packaging in the economic circle as possible, while having, of course, our carbon emissions in our mind as well. I hope and looking forward to come to Poland as soon as possible to understand what you are doing at the moment. I hope, and I'm very sure, that Recopol will play a very important role in the next step to move the Polish collection, sorting, and recycling system to the next level. And of course, I am, and all Expra members are happy to support you on this move. All the best. See you soon, my friends, and thanks a lot.